This is a water conservation setting, the experience that I've created for assignment one. Uh, Before I go into the actual setting, I'm going to talk about what it was about and the purpose for it. Basically, it exists in order to uh, demonstrate to anyone that uses it, the user in general, that the actions regarding water conservation, like, have actual consequences, and that tasks that very often we look at and think there's no meaning in or that has no impact, these things add up, and it's very easy for most people to forget that we are as blessed as we are and fortunate as we are to be surrounded by clean water at all times. So this setting was basically designed to just demonstrate sort of a metaphor-like setting in which the user experiences a setting. The user experiences a scenario in which they stop trying eventually to keep up with the monotonous tasks because they see no meaning in them. There's no immediate gratification in the tasks at hand. Okay, so let's see if I can. Okay, so basically, the setting begins, and you're told how to control the situation. Um, you enter the setting, and it tells you how to move around. It tells you that you're supposed to run around, and it's sort of like a game. You're supposed to run around and shut things off. So you see this corridor of bathroom doors all open. You walk into the room. You see these are all open. You click these off. See, clicking around causes nothing, but you have to run up and turn off these sources. Oop. But basically, these are all more or less the same setting, these bathrooms. So you'd run through, you just keep turning them off. I'm just gonna perform the tasks for a little while. As you can see, they kind of go on for a while. We've completed like 5 rooms, and there's probably another 16 or so to go. And after a while, you kind of just get tired of doing it all because there's no feedback, there's no positive tone, there's no reward, there's no good job. So you're just walking around and you're doing this task that where, for all you know, there's even no positive reaction at the end. So basically, when the user gets bored, as it mentioned over there, they can go ahead and just click exit to move on to the next stage. Say I quit here with all these rooms done because it became too much for me after, what, 6 rooms? It just gets boring after a while. So then basically the user would then switch over to this, and from here, basically you're just reminded of the whole purpose for the setting. Yeah, so basically saving water isn't always fun. At times it can feel monotonous. Being fortunate enough to be constantly surrounded by clean water makes it difficult to appreciate how lucky we are. While silly things like turning off sinks might not always seem interesting to us, each of those daily tasks is important. This is not a game. Water conservation is not a game. The hope was that in reading this, the user would then realize that this was not supposed to be fun. It was always meant to be aggravating and sort of boring. Because you shouldn't always do things for the immediate reaction. You should hopefully try to keep up with things even if they don't seem too important or too meaningful at the time, because things like these you really have to think about and digest.